Yeah, man, Esau messing with you even if you minding your own business. You ain't gotta really be doing that. I think it was just in my hood over there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even if they do come in there and it doesn't have anything in particular to do with me personal, but still I feel like it still affects me. It's still targeting me because uh, the people that I live with amongst in the neighborhood, I feel like we all are the counterparts of each other, and we all both have the same struggle. We may look a little different, but we still have the same struggle. You have to deal with this oppressor coming in the in the so-called black neighborhood, and all that kind of shit. Why don't they go into them damn white communities? You know what I mean? They always got to come in our hood. You know, they always got to come in our hood. You know, and in the courtroom, our people let Esau get by with a whole lot. They let Esau get by with a whole lot. Like, for example, I have seen videos where so-called Hispanic, blacks, and Native American men commit the worst crime ever, right? And you see another so-called black man, they jump over the damn table with handcuffs on them while they, you know what I'm saying, in that in the courtroom and stuff, and they jump on them and be ready to fight them, but Esau do something against same so-called Caucasian man do something against their own people. They walk up in there just as calm and be all calm like a goddamn lamb. Esau can get away with bloody murder. Hey, what's up? Esau get away with bloody murder. Like if you look at some of them videos, go watch some of them videos with them. Like uh, I kind of glance at them, but I don't watch it because a lot of it be too disturbing. Go watch it. Just go watch the video. You'll see how when they have a man on trial, our own color, our own people, and be on trial for whatever, like committing a crime, no matter against they, you know what I'm saying? Like all any of the rape, any of that stuff, and watch how our people get up there and low rate their own damn people. They do that. Damn, this traffic is even busy in the goddamn shit. In the goddamn parking lot is busy. I'm gonna have to go way over here. Traffic is so I'm gonna have to get over here. Wisest thing to do. Yeah, and I have seen that they have them in custody, right? And the people be so mad, especially the father, and they're trying to jump over the court tables and be trying to swing and beat them in them handcuffs and stuff. But I ain't never seen why is it that they won't do this same thing to Esau, the Caucasian man? Because he done think about it. He done committed the worst crime on the planet. Yeah. Just look at how they treat Esau. They ain't gonna touch. They ain't, look. It's almost like, oh, I ain't gonna mess with Esau, but they'll do it to their brother. Let your brother get out here and commit that same crime now. I'm just trying to show how destroyed and brainwashed we are as a people. I'm just trying to show how brainwashed we are as a people, bro. You know, I was in the shower yesterday and I said Esau. You said Esau. You was in the shower yesterday and you said Esau. Okay. I don't understand. It's like it's not a complete sentence. Like, but our people, yeah, man, they treat the Caucasian white man better than they do their own. I've been noticing that, man, for a long time. Really, I'm like, look at this here. Like you can be in the store, bro, and whether it be a male or female, black, Hispanic, or Native American, for the most part, go through that line and you being a so-called black person now. Now we know black is just a color, any person of color. You know what I mean? Like myself, you can clearly see I'm a person of color. You know, that's what they see. You can see when you look at me, you ain't looking at no European, you know. And when you walk up in there, especially our women, they not gonna really say nothing to you at all. They may whisper up under their breath or something like, hello, whatever. Esau come in there, they have, you ought to see the energy that they be having. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. I do. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of the stuff I do be saying. Yeah, I do. It do be funny. I be mad at the same time how the you know what I'm saying, how they be doing our people at the same time. But I understand. I have to understand that some of it be funny. You know, a lot of it be funny. You know what I'm saying. But at the same time, I love being an advocate for my blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. I love that. You know what I mean? That shit be feeling good to me, man, when I be doing that. You know what I'm saying? I get frustrated, man, because our people, you know, it's not. I'm not putting them down because I don't believe in doing that. You know what I'm saying? But if I ever talk about my people doing something wrong or whatever, or doing something that I don't like, I never talk about a problem except I talk about these people, these Caucasian people, because their ancestors is the reason why they able to prosper off of all of this stuff up in here today. Their ancestors put this in place because their ancestors got this land through rape, rob, and murder. They did that. It's the truth. You know what I mean? And they're able to prosper off of it. You see what I'm saying? They had one so-called white man was telling me one time. He said, "Well, this is not your property. You should get up from here." I said, "No, your ancestors stole all of it. You damn devil." That's what I said. Your ancestors did it. Your ancestors stole everything from us. So how in the world is it yours? All the stuff that you got, your ancestors made it possible for you to live off of that, off of killing and off the native Hispanic and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? So what are you talking about? That's what I say. When they come out there, I kind of give them a chop. Now my family, I believe my family, no disrespect, but they kind of, I think they be kind of like scared for me or something because they know that I'm not gonna hold my tongue. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I do. I don't understand why I do. But I guess it's just it happens, you know. Have you ever done something and you have a habit of doing something and you want to know why you do it? Like why am I like kind of like upfront with a person like that? Why? You know where it come from? I be wanting to know where it come from. You know what I'm saying? I know I think my mother told me one time my father he the way he felt, he was worse than me. She said, you know, said he was crazy, you know. And like they say, father like son. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna put that up there on the screen for a minute. I be cracking up. Okay, I had to read that again. I be cracking up about thinking about what you be saying, Esau. Yep, yeah. I mean, it'd be funny, you know. I ain't gonna lie, but I feel good about it when I stand up for my people. I ain't gonna stand up for my enemy. I can tell you that. Like, I be reading books a lot, right? I mean, I had a problem with reading, but over time, I'm getting better. You know, all thanks, all praises to the Most High. You know, I read Babylon Temple of Two. I even have all this stuff right in here right now. And when I'm out, when I'm sitting down, I'm reading. You know, when I sit down, I'm reading, man. And My desire is just to expose the lies, of Esau, because why would you like this court thing, like what I was talking about? Our people have the weirdest energy when it comes to the Caucasian. I'm gonna keep it up above Caucasian people. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that, you know. I'm not gonna sit up here and like, oh, if I say that, they're gonna do this. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna sit up here and make no excuses for this man or try to sugarcoat it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? No, that's what it's all about. That's what the Apostle Paul did in First Corinthians chapter what? Second Corinthians. My bad. Second Corinthians 11 and verses 4, 5, or 6. I think it's 6. The Apostle Paul says, "Though I be rude in speech, but not in knowledge." That means he offended people. You see what I'm saying? Of course you're going. Yeah. Of course you're going to offend people. When you tell the truth, if what you say don't offend the enemy or whatever you say don't defend you not offended by it, that means you got to check it. It ain't the truth. You got to question what you say. But whatever you say, if it offend people, you on the right track. When you saying something, you ain't supposed to be putting no icing on that shit, man. Shit, our forefather was bold, man. And I'm asking him to make me more bolder, man. Shit, a lot of time I be looking at the brothers that be on the streets, man. I be like, damn, man, I want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be bold like that. You know what I mean? That's shit. That's what I lust after. You lust after anything, lust after that. You know, that's what I want. That being bold, I be like, man, let me ask you a question. Why do you think that they don't never have no block people, blocked or sex, block, I mean sex, BLACK, black, ghetto, hood, books, and the library, but use them on love and hip hop? That's a very good question. Let me ask you, I just want to make sure I'm understanding it. I'm going to read it again so I can. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think they don't never have no black? Oh, okay, I said it wrong. I said something else. Black, BLACK. Okay, I think I said block. Oh, okay. I believe I did. I'm playing tricks on my own self. No black people, books, or sex books, ghetto, hood, black books in the library, but use them on love and hip hop. Because they're using on love and hip hop is because they trying to make it seem like that black is dirty and everything that's white is so-called Caucasian is holy and righteous and everything else, and that's why they painted Jesus white, according to chapter uh, uh, Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48, I believe it is. Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48. And he said they lay open the book of the law, and the heathens had sought to paint the likenesses of their images and all of that. They want to paint all of the images of Christ white. You see what I'm saying? That's what they did. They wanted to paint Jesus white, Moses white, Jeremiah white, all of the prophets of the Bible, Solomon, and we know Solomon. We go and read in the Bible. Solomon tell you he's a so-called black man, trying to make a European Jesus. Matter of fact, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna see if I can find something that I can read. Now, some of the words in Babylon Temple of Two, I'm still trying to get them down packed because some of the words are very solid. Some of them are new to me. So if you ever see me reading, whatever, that's why I be taking time off camera because I be trying to learn that so that when I come on camera, I won't be like misapprehending the words and you're not getting fully what it means, although you can look it up and stuff like that. But I like to be able to say them myself so that so that when I put it out, you will understand what it means. And that's why I try to reference what I be saying. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel comfortable when I can read something. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what kind of hill can I sit down at. Hold on. Let me do something a little bit different. Because people they try to shut me up. You know what I'm saying? They try to shut me up. And they be like, boy, you gonna end up so and so. Let's look at him. Let me show y'all what I got here. Sure. I want to show that Esau book that we exalting that. We want to exalt the black stuff. The Apocrypha. Who is Esau? Edom and Babylon Temple. So let me see if I can find something in here and read it. I hope that wind don't make my stuff fall. You know what I'm saying? Because the wind is blowing. Let's see here. I want to try to find something in here. Let's go to, okay, Islam and Judaism. The Prophet Muhammad adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion, but of all the basis ideals of monotheism, which is the belief of one God, the Jewish confusion of the unity of God is Shem. That's the Hebrew name for the Israelites. And Israel, Adar and Allah, Allah and Ehad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. The Muhammad slogan is a following Allah, Allah, Muhammad, Allah. There is no God but Allah. Muhammad is the prophet of Allah. Muhammad adopted also the main details of the Jewish calendar on the Day of Atonement, the Sabbath, much of the Bible and in its narrative from the Mekadesh, and many points of the ritual law. Incidentally, the Jews prayed 3 times a day, facing the city of Jerusalem, and the Muslims, true believers pray 5 times a day, facing the city of Mecca. The Mecca is talking about the temple. You see what I'm saying, Mecca. But I want to find something, and I want to. This is what really stands out at me. All right. It talks about many of the Jews became Christians out of fear. All right, let's look at this here. Let's see if we can understand this here. It says, by the edict of King Manoel of Portugal in 1496, banished the Jews from Portugal. All Jews were to be out of Portugal by October 1497. However, considering this considered this matter, he decided to Christianize the Jews, and fearing the loss of a vulnerable population, he wanted the continued use of their knowledge and services. He concluded that the only way the Jews could be tolerated in his country was to force them into Christian faith. In March 1997, a command was proclaimed throughout Portugal for all the Hebrew children between 4 and 14 years of age to be brought for baptism. All parents who did not bring their children voluntarily had their children taken away voluntarily by the officials, and forced unto baptism, sail route riders. Since the scenes of an indescribable of horror were witnessed as they were torn away by the royal buffaloes. The latter did not obey their instructions, too closely frequently sees young people of both sexes to the age of 20. In many cases, parents smothered their offspring and their farewell embrace. In others, they threw them into the walls in order to save them from the disgrace of apostasy, and then killed themselves. Even some old men were dragged to the churches and forcibly baptized by overzealous fanatics. They was forced. You see what they did? And see, now, all right, let me skip down here. It says, at this time, many Jews became Christians out of fear. Now, what does that sound like today? That sounds like when you go, like I was taking care of some business a couple of days ago. They had this Edomite, so-called Caucasian woman. She was like, I went in there and they just went to talking to me crazy, right? I said, hold it, wait a minute. You ain't gotta talk to me crazy like that or whatever. And then I wasn't gonna do it. But I said, okay. I said, y'all is the devil. That's why the Bible calls y'all the enemy on the planet. Y'all the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's what I said. And then the elderly woman, uh, it was an elderly woman I told this to, right? She just kind of looked at me kind of weird and said, if you don't do such and such, you don't stop this here, they going to blah, 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 whatever. Like, it's like if they saying you got to learn how to just be afraid, tuck your tail between your legs, and you can't just, you got to just be a slave to them and go on about your business and this and that and the third. But when I left, I gave them everything that they, sometimes you gotta kind of challenge them a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes they need challenge. You know what I'm saying? It says at this time many Jews became Christians out of fear. Many of them were known as secret Jews. And why you have to be secret Jews? See that? They couldn't come out and open it with this. Many of them were known as secret Jews, practicing Judaism in secret under the guise of Christianity. Some writers call these Jews the normal Christian Jews who were Christians in name only, but practiced Judaism in secret. In spite of all the prejudice against the black Jews of the Portugal, they exceeded in all the trades and skills, professionals, and businesses. The wealth of the Jews was tremendous. Portugal is a small country about the size of the state of Florida. Nevertheless, in the year 1610, the Jews alone were worth 80 million decades ducats. The Jews dominated commercials and the expert trades, so naturally the black Jews would engage in commercials and trades in many parts of Africa after they had fled from Portugal. They had to flee because it was persecution going on. They ran the real Jews out of Spain and Portugal. After they fled from Spain, then they spread it all up over what they call North North Africa and South Africa. When I find that, I'm gonna read that. You know what I'm saying? If I don't find it today, I'm going to find it. The Moorish writers Leo Africanus informs us of the past existence of a medieval Hebrew state called Kittimar of Kainura. Kainura is two main cities of Kainura. Obviously, it's capital of Nigeria, and this state was located north of the Senegal River. According to to this Moorish Jew, this black African Hebrew states, and by his time, there are two reasons given for the ruin of this kingdom. One, the intensive in intended sandstorms of the Syrian desert caused droughts and rendering the cities of uninhabitable. The immigration of the I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna go over that. You know what I'm saying? But the main part where it was talking about how they were scattered. Okay, let's see if this will get it. This is on Babylon, page Temple of Two, page 115. the Jews who were expelled from Spain and Portugal were scattered throughout the Mediterranean coast. It is estimated that over 100,000 Jews departed from Spain and Portugal during the persecution and the expenses. Some of these Jews went to North Europe, Italy, and Turkey, but most of them went to Muslim countries of northern and western Africa. These black Jews would naturally go to Africa centuries, most of all because of less persecution, and they could disguise themselves easily amongst blacks. You see what I'm saying? They could disguise. I'm just so eager to put out the information that I need to, brothers and sisters, man. But that's what had happened, though. You know what I'm saying? They spread it all up, and that's interesting that most of them went to Muslim countries. You see what I'm saying? It's some stuff that I want to talk about the more with. I'm gonna get more into depth with Muhammad Ali. You see what I'm saying, and how his he started a branch and with the Nation of Islam, which come from Ishmael in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? The children of Amalek and all of them, they all kin. They all got the same spirit, you know? So um, I'm going to see y'all when I get up out of here. I don't know how the reading sound. I've done the best that I could. It's a lot of more words I got to work on, man, especially when it comes to solid, because it sound like the words can be pretty tricky, bro. Sometimes you can think you're saying the word right, and sometimes you go back and you really realize when you actually look it up or something like that, you find out that it means something else, or it's pronounced a bit different. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of the English words has been switched up, just like a lot of the Hebrew words. You saying with the only reason why we know the Hebrew, we had to find out the Hebrew in English, because you have to remember the Bible was written in Hebrew and it was written in Greek. And the reason it was written in Greek because the Israelites, they once had the Hebrew language, but after they departed from the Most High God and started worshiping the heathens and stuff, then they adopted their ways and customs and stuff like that. And so the enemies, like the Canaanites and the Europeans, they forced their language upon the Hebrews, and now the Hebrews ended up speaking English and all these other languages and stuff. Just like you got people in Portugal. And Portugal is a small town, like you said, by the state of, according to like the state of Florida or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So the people in Portugal was calling themselves like black Jews. I mean, they were saying black Portuguese or something like that. But they think that they are black Portuguese, but they not. They just unaware of their Hebrew origin, or their original roots. You know what I'm saying? They are unaware of their Hebrew origin, that they are Hebrews by blood, stuff like that. They don't know that. You see what I'm saying? Because the Europeans and all the other nations, they went around, they helped these people colonize the Native Americans in this country, and cause our people to be in the state, in the condition that they're in. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I've been standing here for a minute or whatever. I'll be back. I'm gonna bring y'all some stuff.